This is a chapter excerpt from the novel Fall of the Order by JC, available now wherever paperbacks and audiobooks are sold. This moment offers a chilling look inside the Order's covert operations, an agency that walks the line between law and nightmare. What follows is a raw, unfiltered glimpse into the lengths they'll go to contain the horrors lurking just beneath the surface of the world. A tense slice of this spine-tingling, supernatural thriller. The guards emerged from the tree line, 12 of them in all, moving in on Jimmy's house through the quiet, frozen air. Automatic rifles at the ready, boots crunching through shallow snow, black fatigues blending into the low, fog-soaked yard. Jason led the front line. Moody followed a few steps behind, flanked by 6 more men. Most of the soldiers were new to the Order, replacements for those who died in the North Carolina fiasco against the Gugwe. Their military resumes had been solid, and Moody hired fast. He needed bodies. He needed killers. And they showed up right on time. Moody approached the front door casually, his gun dangling from his hand. When he stopped a few feet away, he gave a small gesture. The men surged forward. From the RV parked up the path, Matt stepped out, watching in silence. He slipped into character the way he had for decades, but Anna, standing beside him, remained unusually quiet. "You okay?" he asked. "Yes." Bam! One of the guards kicked the door open, and the team stormed inside with rifles raised. The smell hit them instantly. Iron, rot, and death rushing out into the cold. Jason scanned left and right, catching sight of 2 more guards positioned outside and the black paddy wagon rolling closer. Behind it, the RV rumbled up the incline. Inside, Ashley's scream cut through the house. Matt bolted through the doorway. Moody entered behind him just in time to see her body. Ashley hung naked from the cord that had once powered the ceiling fan. Her dead eyes turned with her slow rotation. Blood puddled beneath her. The room looked like a hurricane of violence. Oak table shattered, chairs splintered. The ceiling fan ripped apart and scattered across the floor. Everything was painted with blood. Huge chunks of her chest, stomach, and backside were missing. Her left arm had been torn from its socket. Her right thigh was gnawed to the bone. The stench was so foul it made Moody gag and cover his mouth, and he knew instantly. It wasn't Ashley who screamed. 3 men held position at the door. Another stepped out of a hallway. "Clear!" he announced. A sudden scream, this time real, and a screech tore down the hall. A loud crash followed. The men hesitated only a moment before rushing toward the 3rd bedroom. Inside, a gaping hole in the ceiling dripped blood onto the ruined bed below. Bits of fan blades, wood, and shattered drywall covered everything. An automatic rifle lay half buried beneath the debris. Heavy footsteps pounded overhead in the attic. Jason entered the room and froze at the sight. "He's dead already. Kill it." Gunfire erupted upward. Dust rained down. Something shrieked above them, a sound that clawed at their eardrums before the ceiling collapsed in a violent rush. With a heavy thud, Jimmy crashed onto the bed, breaking it straight to the floor. In his elongated claws, he clutched Ashley's heart. He turned toward the men, jawline dusty and streaked with blood. Behind him, a mangled body dropped from the rafters and bounced across the wreckage. Jimmy had grown taller, at least 4 inches larger than when Matt last saw him. His bloody, discolored skin clung tightly to his skeleton. Clumps of hair were missing. His eyes had sunk deep into their sockets. His fingers, arms, legs, feet, and toes were unnaturally long, with blackened nails curling from each one. He let out a shriek that rattled the floorboards. Jason fired first, 2 rounds to the chest. Jimmy clawed at the new wounds and stalked forward until Jason put a round through his forehead. The others opened fire, riddling Jimmy with bullets. Smoke hissed from the holes in his skin. Jimmy screeched again, so loud several men covered their ears, then tossed the heart into his mouth and dove backward through the window, shattering it. Behind the house, Anna attacked instantly, her ancient daggers flashing. Jimmy ducked under one strike and slashed back, but she sidestepped and buried a blade into his side. His scream tore through the yard as he dropped to one knee, blackish red blood staining the snow. She raised her other dagger to decapitate him. "Anna!" Moody shouted, sprinting around the corner. "Step back! Now!" She obeyed, glaring at Jimmy as she retreated. "Follow the plan," Moody warned. Jimmy lunged again, but a guard fired a stainless steel mesh net that wrapped around him midair and dragged him down into the snow. The paddy wagon screeched to a reverse stop. Its back door slammed down into a ramp. Two men sprinted inside. One guard stood next to Anna, aiming his gun at the thrashing creature. "Knives?" the Caucasian man said with a crooked grin. "Why not use the guns on your hip?" She studied him, felt something off. "What's your name?" "They call me Ego." Chains clanked as the men hooked the net. A loud bang-bang on the side of the truck signaled the driver. The chain reeled in, dragging Jimmy up the ramp. "Well, Ego," Anna said coldly, "how'd those bullets work out for y'all in the house?" He smirked. "You have a point," Jimmy wailed as he was pulled inside. The ramp lifted and sealed shut. "Jason," Moody said, stepping forward. "Burn it down. Quickly." "Yes, sir." Jason darted into the house. Matt walked up beside Anna, chewing his bottom lip. Guilt ate at him. "I should have never let her bring it home," he muttered. "You weren't sure." "That's the problem. I didn't know. That's exactly why I shouldn't have let him go." Smoke began pouring from the windows as Jason sprinted out the back door. Moody signaled the retreat. "Let's move!" Engines roared. Vehicles peeled away from the burning house as fire swallowed the old structure behind them. Anna kept her eyes on the new recruits. "I'm not feeling the new henchmen, Moody. I got a bad vibe from one of them." "Me too," he said quietly.